from my regular schedule just to make sure I could fit everything in. But like we talked about, I think in our first call with the audiobooks or whatever else, like review calls that I miss, I'll be listening to it in the car on the way to school or just in between, just to find time wherever I can find time to just catch up on what's going on or to do my pre-lead assignments. That's how it's been going.
Awesome. So exciting. Who's next? How about Malia? Do you want to share a win from this week?
Hi guys, how are you?
Morning.
Let's see, a win for me this week. I had a really good one-on-one with a friend of mine, and it hasn't resulted in an enrollment yet, but we're trying to get together again, and we just keep missing each other. So yeah, that's what I would say my win is.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's not always about the enrollment, right? It's getting to that place where you connect with somebody and schedule that next time to meet up.
Yep.
That's awesome. How about you, Kylie? I see your cutie there. He's so cute. Oh wait, let me unmute you. There you go.
Hi. I think for me, I still think it's like similar to last week, like just being forced to talk to people and like try to like having the one-on-ones and seeing like that people one are interested and that they maybe won't enroll yet, but that they want to learn.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. You don't have any other wins to share? I think you might have some other wins to share. Anything else?
No.
Did you enroll anybody this week?
2 people. I did.
You got 2 enrollments this week. Your first 2, right? Ever?
Yep.
Yay! That's so exciting.
Yeah. So hopefully there's more to come, but we'll see.
Definitely. But enrolling your first, I remember enrolling my first person, and I wasn't even really doing the business. She just like got an account, and I didn't, it wasn't like I was moving towards something, but it was still super exciting. So when you have an intention behind it, though, you're building a business, right. That's really exciting. We're excited for you.
Hey.
Let's see. How about Leanne? You're over on Kauai too. Let's see. Here, I can unmute you. Oops. There you go. Oh, wait. It's so weird. It's not letting me unmute you.
Okay. Am I unmuted now?
Yeah.
I guess my win would be that I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I've been working with one of my friends who has a fitness studio, and she's been interested in the oils. And so we're meeting today. I'm keeping my fingers crossed because each time that we decide to meet and say we're enrolling her, it doesn't happen. But we talked yesterday, and she said that she does want to do it. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that today I will get my first enrollment. It'll be my first enrollment of any kind. So I think that I'm going to go with that as my win, because I've been constantly on her all week. So, hey, when are we going to get together?
Setting the appointment is totally a win. Getting that committed appointment is absolutely a huge win.
Yeah, it was helpful. We're doing like a little pop-up shop. We have like a night market. And so Malia and I talked yesterday morning, and it was kind of one of those things where it's like, we're doing a pop-up shop at her fitness lab. And it was kind of one of those things where it's like, wouldn't you want to have product yourself here during that time frame and, kind of have yourself already set up so that it just flows really seamlessly. So, so I think that was kind of her like aha moment where she was like, oh yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So
awesome. That's FitLab, right?
Yeah.
Gosh, I love everything they do. It's such a cool space.
Yeah. Sarah's a really, really cool chick too. So
awesome. That's super exciting. Their vibe is so awesome.
Yeah.
And you and Malia, let me know if you guys need any help with that, or when you guys are talking with her, if you need anything, just
Yeah, perfect. Will do.
But
Thank you.
They're amazing. Everything they do is so cool. That is super, super exciting. Let's see. Everybody moved around. Let's go to Tiffany, also on Kauai.
Hi. Oh, okay. I'm actually at a training convention in Florida.
Oh, wow.
So I have to go back to class, but I just wanted to call and check in. So I traveled with 2 kids, an 11-month-old crazy baby, and my 8-year-old halfway across the world. That was probably my huge accomplishment this week.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
Mama, that
but,
is.
Yeah. But Monday, Lehua and I did our first make and take.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and it was awesome. We didn't sign anybody up, but people were very interested. And then we went ahead and set up another one for Valentine's Day on the 13th when I get back.
Nice.
So we're going to do that for I guess, not, I don't know what you call it, but a loved one. A lovey one. So, yeah.
Make and take? Was that when you guys did this last one, or is that the top 10?
The last one was a top 10, and then like the flu bomb, all that, all the good stuff. And then this one will be more like love and whatever.
The 65 plans.
You know, that kind of stuff. So it should be good. So, but I'm going to have to go, but I can get back on and watch your recording.
I'll drop the recording into the Facebook group.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, okay. Enjoy your conversation. Thank you so much for being in with us.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, bye.
Bye. Have a great time. Okay. I almost just hit end meeting. I was like, okay, bye. Okay, it's been a really long week for me, guys. I just got to be honest. I lost my grandpa this week, and it's just been so much going on with life. Like nothing really stops, and even though all I kind of want to do is just stop, so bear with me. My win for this week, let's see, my win for this week I think has been showing myself grace in that there have been things that I've just not been able to do, and usually that's really, really difficult for me. I get really hard on myself, and this week I've been able to just go, you know what, this is what's happening in my life right now, and this is what I need to be focusing on, and this is all I can really handle, and being okay with that. Like it's a new thing for me. So that's my win for the week. And let's go ahead and get started into this week's content, this week's training content. I'll just go quickly over the assignments from this past week, and then we're going to go into the training on follow-up and successful membership overview, which is really, really exciting stuff. I hope you guys liked the videos on that. And then we're going to go into the mindset training of I Am Successful, and I forgot to check with Jenna if she's willing to do that, but hopefully she is. Okay. And then we're going to go over your week 4 assignment. So it's kind of a short call today. And since there's not actually that many people on, we will have time that we can go through if you guys have questions on this, and we can go a little bit deeper into things, because membership overviews can be really awesome if you're comfortable with them. So let's get you guys comfortable with them. So just to quickly review last week's assignments, it was to time block for your assignments, right? Love that Haley touched on that. Your daily mirror and belief work, I am capable. Asking and inviting 30 plus friends to determine interest level and invite them to a one-on-one or to a class or to share a sample. And we'll talk about this later, but Tiffany touched on that they're doing these make and takes, and I've started doing them too. And what I love is that those are actually a really great way to sample. Because what you're doing is the rollers, what they're making, all cost $5. So instead of giving people samples and not knowing whether they use them or not, maybe they don't know how to use them. If you just give them a little vial of oil and it's not diluted, it's not in a roller ball, they may not know how to use it, and they may just not use it at all, which defeats the whole purpose, and it wastes your oils, right? So these make and takes are really great because it's a way for them to experience the oils and have that experience, but they're also paying for them so that you're not going, you're not spending all this money to put yourself out of business before you're even really launched. Yeah. So I love those. So inviting people to make and takes rather than just sharing a sample. So I love those. Conduct a one-on-one class or conduct one class or 5 one-on-ones. Write your personal story. Create 5 different company purpose scenarios with the fill in the blanks in the book. Your top 10 oil story selling scenarios. Practice your one-on-one with your mentor or with another person in the program, and brainstorm enrollment incentives, and then why journaling part 3, and then watching the Truman Team Jumpstart series. So this week was a lot of assignments, and I wanted to see how you guys did with your assignments. Did anybody have anything to share about this past week's assignments? All the kitties are on.
I found that it was I was telling Malia when we talked yesterday that what I found most difficult from this week's assignment was the top 10 oils and stories.
Mm-hmm.
Only because at this point in time I have been so selective as to the oils that I like are the ones I tend to use a lot of. Mm-hmm. And so it was a challenge for me. That's where I kind of got hung up on it. Was, I hit those ones that I know and I use and I can really like explain and get the idea across. And then I hit like this huge wall and I was just like, what do I do now? And so it actually kind of forced me to do a little additional education on some of the oils that I've never used or that, are not my typical go-tos. But I found that kind of hard for myself just because like I said, I kind of tend to keep using the same ones over and over and over that I really like. And not diversifying my usage to be able to communicate better with a potential enrollee. So it was definitely a challenge for me on that one.
I'm thinking what would be maybe fun would be to make that prompt that's when you would use On Guard or Lemon, and do that prompt, but on our wider wholesale member page, and just see what everybody wants to share about that, because we're talking, 600 plus people sharing their experiences or their stories with those oils. Good morning, Erica.
Hi.
Sharing their experiences. That would be kind of fun, huh? You guys think?
Yeah.
You want to hear what other people have to say, because like in that lesson, and I love that you shared that, because it doesn't have to be your story.
Right.
Yeah, like I didn't have a digestion story for the longest time. I was like, I know it's amazing, but I personally didn't have an experience with it, but I could share somebody else's. So that would be really great. I'm going to make a note. Hey, good morning, Erica. Thank you for joining us. We're just getting started. Do you want to share a win from this past week?
My in-laws moved to town.
What?
So we're going to have more support here, which is pretty awesome.
That is super awesome. Where did they move from?
From California.
Nice.
Yeah, so they're going to be down the street and be able to help with Michaela and everything. And so
that's a huge win.
Yeah.
Grandparents are a huge win when they're available to help.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yay. Okay, we're just jumping into reviewing last week's assignment. So yeah, thank you for sharing that, Leanne. I'll go ahead and get that together to do on the wholesale member page, and I think it'll be really fun for everybody and beneficial actually for everybody, not just you guys in this program, but I think everybody could really benefit from that. So we'll go ahead and do that. Thank you. Did anybody else have any insights or questions or difficulties with any of the assignments from this past week? How are you guys liking the why journaling? Doggy. Okay, we'll keep going. Let's see. So how about, actually I want to see about the Truman Team videos about following up. Did anybody have anything that stood out from those? I would love to hear something from the Truman Team Jumpstart videos. Did anybody watch them? How about Haley? Since I know you got lots going on, how anything stood out from you from the following up videos?
So when I was making the party favors for my friend, I actually was making some samples too to give out to people. But one of the things I noticed on the video was, like attaching information on like how to use the oil and then putting your contact information. So if they had any questions, like they knew how to get a hold of you. So I actually ordered, I don't have it on me right now, but I ordered these sample sheets from Share Oils. They're not expensive at all.
Those ones are great. It's the little tripod, right?
Yeah, the Care ones, yeah. So that's one thing I took away from that. And then just trying to schedule follow-ups as soon as possible with whoever I'm sharing it with. Just be like, hey, like, how's it going? Or just asking people who I've been in contact with if they're interested in enrolling or placing an order. So it actually was kind of helpful. The video was helpful.
Nice. What about how are you tracking your contacts?
So I have it on my list, and then I'll like highlight if I've had a conversation with them, and then check off if I have like shared a sample with them, and then I'll mark in my time block like where I'm at with them right now.
Nice. Is anybody else using a system to track their contacts, kind of where they're at, shared a sample, attended a class, enrolled, membership overview, that sort of thing? Yeah. Are you doing it in the book too, or are you using like Google Sheets?
I just have an Excel, but like kind of the same thing as what Haley's doing, like just highlighting or like Xing for certain things.
Where they're at. Perfect. How about you, Leanne? How do you keep track of people?
I'm just using the list of 100 as I go through. I'm kind of doing similar thing. I use a bunch of different colored pens, so that kind of denotes to me what I've got going on, or if I need to follow up, or that kind of thing. So I'm just using that list and operating off of that, and that's pretty much. And then like if somebody's been like, oh hey, call me on like such and such a date. Then I use like my regular like calendar on my phone that I use as my reminder, because I know myself I'll forget. So if they've asked for like a specific follow-up, I'll use my general calendar that I use. But for the most part,
an appointment.
Yeah, like a little reminder to myself. Yeah.
Nice. Awesome. Okay, perfect. And then what do you guys think is the most challenging thing about following up?
Remembering to do it.
Right. For me, it's keeping track of everybody, and that's why I asked what you guys are doing, because there's so many things going on. So I like the digital, like the spreadsheet, because I can get more information. Because then moving on to, I like to keep track of enrollments, what kit they started with, did I give them what enrollment gifts. So many things to keep track of. So I've moved into spreadsheets, but sometimes because it's digital, I forget to get in there. So I really love the paper, the 100 names list as well, because it has the columns to check off and everything. So that for me is the most challenging. So remembering to do it. Anybody else challenges with following up? How about what to say? No? Yeah?
I feel like what to ask people, like not just so then one remembering like what you gave them and why they needed it or whatever, and then trying to ask the right questions so that they
want to follow up.
Right.
They want to meet again. Yeah. That's a really good one. And that comes from when you're sharing the sample, right? Setting up, like they talk about, setting up so that you're wanting to check back with them and make sure that it worked. Would it be okay if I give you a call in a couple of days to see how that's working for you? If it doesn't work, then I want to get you something else to try. And that way they're going, oh wow, Kylie really cares if this works for me. She's not just trying to sell me this thing. She wants to know if this works. And if it doesn't, she actually cares about finding something that will help me. And then they're like, looking forward to that call, right? So asking, is it okay if I give you a call in a couple of days? And when they say yes to that, would Tuesday work better for you or Wednesday? And now they're actually thinking in their head going, well, Tuesday I have like soccer practice and all these things. How about Wednesday? Wednesday's better for me. And now they're already going, oh, she's going to call me on Wednesday. One, I better use that thing she gave me because she's going to ask, right? But they're also not going to be like, ooh, she's calling me, cancel. They're expecting it. And hopefully that they're looking forward to it, that they want to actually share feedback with you, like, oh, I tried it and this and this. And would that help you?
I think the assignments, writing about like the top 10 oils, and like even just talking about, I forget what it was called, but the other assignment about like just drafting out like what you say to people like during your one-on-one, it like forced me to think about like how all the oils are so versatile. And then so if during like the follow-up they say that it like didn't work for them or whatever, like what you're saying, that I know more about whether there's something else that might work better or whatever for them. So I think that kind of like helps a lot.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And it's so true. Like everybody reacts differently to the different oils, right? Every single body is different. And so being mindful of that. And even when you're sharing that sample, like just you having that awareness changes it, right? Because you're not like, this is lavender, it's going to do everything for you. It's guaranteed it's going to work. Like instead of coming from that mentality of just trying to sell them and be like, this is going to do everything for you, and setting the super high expectation, setting that expectation that, you know what, this is what works for me. This is what I use. We use lavender for that particular issue. But just so you know, everybody is different. And if for some chance this doesn't work for you, we will find something that works for you. There are many other things. Like you said, oils are so versatile. They have so many uses and everybody's different. So if this doesn't work, I want you to know that I'm going to help you find something that does. And at that point, they're like, okay, she's going to call me on Wednesday. I want to know if this works or not, because if it doesn't, I want to get something else because she's going to give me something else. Right? And that way they're looking forward to it. Because if you have somebody, like how often in your life do you have somebody who's like actually committed to helping you solve a problem that you're dealing with? Not really. Right? Like even when you go to the doctor, they're like, here's a prescription. You're like, yeah, but I'm kind of allergic. They're like, okay, bye. Like, okay. Oh, I don't actually like antibiotics. Like I have bad, bye, here you go. Here's your prescription. They're not actually listening, right? So when you set yourself up to be that person who actually cares about what's going on with them and who's actually listening to them and is actually taking an active interest in helping them find a solution, that makes a difference to them. And so they will actually be looking forward to your follow-up call. Oh, I had one more thing I was going to share about a challenge. Anyone else challenges with following up? Getting it scheduled. Okay, well, we'll move on. If you guys have questions, just pop in and let me know. So if we've connected with our customers in that customer-centric way, right? It's all about them. Follow-up really isn't as challenging or exhausting as some people make it out to be, right? When you're stuck in a self-centric way, you're thinking, oh, I don't want to bother them. What are they going to think? But when it's customer-centric and you're thinking, how can I solve this problem for them? When you frame it that way, they are really looking forward to that call, and it makes it a lot easier on you. So there are 4 key areas of our business where follow-up is going to play a vital role. And today we're going to help you guys create some basic follow-up routines for your business, so you're always clear on what the next steps will be for your customer, to get you to get you to serving, to allowing you to stay focused like on their needs. And so let's go into your guide, if you have it with you, to page 58, and we're going to go over the follow-up categories, the 4 follow-up categories. So when you're going to want to follow up with somebody is after a one-on-one, after a class, after you've shared a sample, and also after they've enrolled, right? It's constant inviting and following up, inviting and following up. Just because somebody has enrolled doesn't mean you're not still inviting. Then you're inviting them to a wellness consultation. Then you're inviting them to a business opportunity call. So it's always inviting and following up. Is the cycle. So this is going to help you figure out when you're going to follow up, how frequently, what method, what will you say, and so you can figure out what is most comfortable to you. Is it a phone call? Is it a text message? Is it a Zoom call? What is going to be the way that you are going to follow up with people, and setting, mapping this out, like you guys said, like knowing the scripts that you're going to use for the top 10 or these different things, having this mapped out is already going to take so much out of your mind that you know what your system is. So take some time to do that when this week, and because we want this to be a natural process for you. So when you follow up, you're doing it because you've already given they have already given you permission to follow up with them, right? So permission-based follow-up is one of the smartest ways to have your customer commit to your follow-up. In each interaction, you're going to ask for their permission. Would it be okay if I connected with you to, XYZ? Is it to do a membership overview for your brand new people that you enrolled, right? Which of these times work best for you? Tuesday at 2 or Wednesday at 7? And that way they can pick from those, right? Because we learned all that earlier. I want to talk to you guys about membership overviews. How many of you guys are familiar with membership overview or have done one? No. Okay. Have you guys seen this? The Live Guide. So I'll do a more in-depth training on this. Maybe I'll do it on the Facebook group. But these are awesome. So a membership overview is critical to the success of your business, and it's where you strengthen the relationship between you and your new team member. So you show your professionalism and provide exceptional customer service. And the purpose is to review their wants and their don't wants, right, that we talked about earlier, and to help them create a plan of action to confidently use their products that they purchased. So this is where you're going to be able to show that you're not just about signing them up, that you actually care about their journey into this wellness lifestyle. That's really something that sets doTERRA so apart from other companies, other network marketing companies especially, is it's not just about the sign up. And that's built into our comp plan, even, in that's what a fast start bonus is. The first 60 days of somebody's membership, you make 20%. That's because doTERRA uses that to encourage you to follow up with people, to do a membership overview, to teach them about LRP, to teach them about the other products, right? Because you can't do that in a class. If you taught people about all the products that are available, they would never sign up because they'd be like, holy crap, I don't know what to even do, where to start. So once they sign up, then you can do a membership overview and really get deeper into what is available through this membership that they just purchased. At this point, they probably don't even have any idea that we have so many products for every area of their life that are high quality and effective and clean and safe for their whole family. They probably don't even know that yet, which is actually a good thing because they're not overwhelmed by it yet. But then you can go through and show them all the things that are available to them now. So it's this added value, right? It's also a chance for them to see the benefits of monthly ordering so they can save money on all their future purchases. And additionally, it's also it's the time for you to plant the seed and evaluate their interest in sharing or building doTERRA. So make sure you're familiar with the follow-up tools like the Live and Share guides. That's this one. These are the new guides. You guys, these just came out maybe a month or two ago. And this is the Live guide, the Share guide, and the Build guide. And they're beautiful. They're on this thick, like, matte paper or satin finish paper. I don't know. But they're really nice. They're really, really beautiful, really high quality. And this used to be Share Share Success, which was an outside company built by the Goddards. And doTERRA actually took over, like they purchased Share Success. They just announced this in September at the convention that they purchased Share Success, and we're going to make it so that we had company-wide training tools. You used to have to order these from a different company. They weren't made by doTERRA, and they would update them whenever doTERRA made updates. So they had an in with doTERRA, but they weren't officially owned by doTERRA. So like doTERRA had their own things that weren't as nice. And so they actually bought Share Success. And then they took the top leaders across the company, all cross-line, from different teams, the top minds in the company, and they sat together and masterminded for months to see what they use for their teams, and they came out with these updated guides. So not only is it the best info that's out there, it's highly duplicatable because you're going to tell people that they're going to use this one because there used to be all these different systems that you could buy. Now, this is the system, and it's in your back office. So you also will get free shipping if you're doing shipping rewards. So you can add it to your LRP orders. They are super affordable too. I think the Live guide is, I think it's $1 each or $10 for 20, a pack of 20. So they're 50 cents each. This is a 20-page. I'm going to show you guys. This is 20-page brochure, all about body systems, how they can incorporate the different products into their life. So, add some to your next order, however many you feel comfortable with or that you need for your team. And then you can also download the digital copy. They make it available. So when you go to doTERRA.com, you're going to go to Our Advocates and then down to Empowered Success. And they have all of these. So all of this is available in your back office. Like literally, I used to spend so much money on shipping just to get these things. The class handouts are there now. It's all available from doTERRA now, which is phenomenal. Like I can't even tell you like how exciting. It's like we built a diamond without any of this stuff. And now all of this is available, like to see what's going to happen now that everybody has this. And I'm planning to do a training on all three of these guides because they've all been completely redone. And they're amazing and they're beautiful. So you can either go to page 59 in your guidebook. So that's what a membership, that's one option to do for membership overview. And there's a customer care follow-up sheet on the next page that you can use for your customer records and to help guide them through the membership overview. You could, there's all different things, however you feel comfortable. You could guide them through this, whether you're meeting in person. I would bring them one and give them so that you guys can work through it together. And you can say like, where is that page? There's spots where they could really decide which area of their body they're wanting to work on. Customize your wellness plan. This is going to serve as their wish list. And what that does is when you get to the point of helping them create their wellness plan, that comes into play. And it's also going to help down here with, it says month 1, month 2, and month 3 LRP orders. Hope you guys can see that. This is going to help you map out their LRP orders. So when people say it's hard to get people on LRP, if you do a membership overview and they've identified all the things that they want, and then you help them go, okay, well, so we're not going to make a $1,000 order next month. What we're going to do is break that into 3 orders or 4 orders. What are your top priorities, right? What is your top priority and how can we get that taken care of? And then we'll move on. So this can be their wish list, but break it down for them. Help them save money, right? Help them get the product of the month, and help them navigate their first 3 months of LRP. If you get somebody on LRP for 3 months and they're getting the product of the month, and they're earning rewards, they're going to stick with it. And for you, that's stability in your business. And it's also really good customer service because, right, LRP is the smartest way to purchase. So if you can help them understand that and help them know how to use it and make it not so confusing, would be really great. And then now there's so many things you can add to your order. So if they need, you don't get LRP for the wooden box, but maybe as their collection's growing, they need the box, or maybe they need those little sample vials. All that stuff is available. Maybe they need the keychain to keep things on hand. So help them navigate that and to help them to add those things to their orders. So there's a membership overview and a wellness consult guideline. In this one, you're going to share the agenda, right? So always put your team member at ease by letting them know what the agenda of what it is you're going to cover, how long it's going to take, what can they expect. And then you're going to go into their questions and needs reviews. So ask if any other needs or questions came up that they might have forgotten to share at your first meeting or at the class. Maybe they weren't comfortable to share something in the class, but now that it's just the two of you, they're more comfortable. And also identify if there's anything else that they want to review or to have you explain, right? Asking first, what would you most like to know? Then determine their number one focus. Of all that they've shared, what is their number one focus, right? And the reason we're doing this is because your goal is to help them to achieve success. So if you can help them achieve success in just one thing to start, their top thing, that's gonna, it's gonna make the biggest difference in their life, right? If you help me with my top concern in life right now, that would make everything easier, right? So not only will it make it easier, but it'll also build their belief in the product that they just purchased, right? This is for people who've already purchased, but you're not done yet. So that's what this membership overview is. So helping them build belief in the product working because you've just helped them use what they bought to solve their problem. And it's also going to help them build belief in the lifestyle, right? Because this is a complete lifestyle. It's not just products. So it's really crucial to help them bring all those concerns down to what is their top thing, and then really get a plan to help solve that. So is it energy? Is it better sleep? Is it their baby, teething? What is the biggest thing for them? What is the biggest pain point is a word we like to use. Creating their wish list. So start a wish list of items that they may want to start collecting in the coming months, or maybe Hawaiian sandalwood's on their wish list, but it's $70. So they're like, eventually, helichrysum, frankincense, if they didn't order a kit that is frankincense, right? Help them just put those wish list items down. Rose touch roller, what are those things for them? And help them make the wish list. This is super important, especially for this month, last month, and this month, right? Because you get that 100 point for the new year, new you. So that's what that wish list is for. Go ahead and make those wish lists of what are the things that you would get if you had 100 points. And it doesn't have to be during this promo either. Like, you can help people make that wish list no matter what. But it's especially pertinent right now with the promo right now. Plan of action, right? Help them create a 3-month plan of action using the products they have already purchased, and then products they might want to start adding in the future to help their wellness goals. So keeping it focused, keeping for you the focus when you do this part, the 3-month plan, like I just said, like, incorporate the oils that they've already bought. You don't want to make them feel like, I just bought this kit and now you're telling me all these other things that I need to actually be using. How can they use what they've got in their daily life? If it's, increased energy and stuff, let's start by putting lemon in your water bottle, in your metal water bottle every morning, right? Let's start drinking more lemon to help cleanse. Let's use peppermint. Do the peppermint on the back of your neck for pick-me-up in the afternoon when you're starting to feel low energy. If they start to see those things working, they're going to believe in it more, and then they can start using more things. And then, hey, later on, once you're on LRP, you might want to look into our Mito Max, our Mito 2 Max. It's an amazing, stamina complex, or these different things that they can start to add on their wish list, that when they're ready for it, they'll remember what you said that they could get, but also teach them how to use what they've already got, what they've already purchased, right? And just really think of yourself as the customer, how you would feel knowing that you've already spent $150, $250, $500 on these products. I want to know how to use what I have, and I also want to know what else is available. Review the membership benefits. So log into their back office and show them how to navigate their orders, explain benefits of LRP and the shipping rewards, and ask directly, like, would you like to set up your LRP today? A lot of people get really nervous about that question because they feel like it's too much pressure. But oftentimes people say, yes, please help me set it up right now because I don't want to have to do this by myself later and try and figure it out. So most times I find people are like, yeah, please help me set it up right now because they don't want to have to think about it later. Sorry, my husband's right outside the window. I was like, what's going on? So introduce the sharing benefits and determine their business interest. So this can be a chance for you to explain in your own words. In my experience, people start using our products and fall in love with them. They naturally find themselves recommending the oils and other products to family and friends. If this was you, there are 2 ways you would earn income or start paying for your products. First, anyone who gets their membership with you would earn a 20% cash bonus. You would earn, a 20% cash bonus for anything they bought on their new account during the first 60 days. Second, as people choose to get a membership on your team and start ordering each month, you can also receive team structuring bonuses that start at $50 and goes up to $1,500 a month. Do either of these bonuses interest you? How does that sound to you guys? Does that sound super pushy? No? Yeah, it seems really comfortable, right? You're just kind of putting these other options out there for them. So if they say, yeah, that sounds cool. I would love, I totally know people who would want this and I would earn 20% off of what they order. Like, yeah. Doesn't mean that they're going to do the business, right? Doesn't mean they have a set a goal for Presidential Diamond. It just means like, yeah, I'm down to get a kickback from sharing this stuff with people. Awesome. I didn't even know about that when I first started. So if somebody had told me that, I would have been like, yeah, that sounds cool. It took me 2 years to start doing this as a business because I just wasn't interested in it. Nobody had even planted that seed or offered that to me. So if they say yes, awesome, great, schedule the business overview. If they say no, then you can just say, if you ever find yourself wanting to get these bonuses, let me know so I can help walk you through the details, right? Let me know. I can walk you through the details and the requirements so you don't miss out on anything. Does that sound good? They're like, yeah, things change, right? Maybe they lose a job. Maybe they incur a new expense and they're like, you know what? An extra $100, $200 a month would be really nice. My kid wants to go to ballet practice now and it's expensive. And you know what? I'm loving these products and I totally have people asking me if they can buy them. Like, remember you said I could get like 20% or something or something about the structuring bonus? Like, what is that about? And the reason you want them to come to you is because you want to make sure they know the basics of sharing, right? Do they know about keeping their cart at 100? If they don't have their cart at 100 and they sign somebody up, they don't get the bonus. It doesn't go to anybody. Nobody gets it. That 20% bonus just goes to nobody. So you want them to know that if they change their mind, to come to you and that you're going to help them then. And it also really just sets that comfort. It keeps that comfortable tone of knowing that there's no pressure there. I just want you to know what's available to you with this membership. If you ever want that or more information about it, just let me know. I'm happy to explain it. And that really builds the trust with them, that you're not trying to pressure them into doing the business or anything like weird, old school network marketing stuff. That it's just something that's available to them. I find that people really, really like that. Okay. Do you guys have any questions now with any of that stuff before we move on to the mindset stuff? I want to see if you guys have any questions about the following up and the membership overviews. No? I can't see Erica or Leanne. If you guys have anything, just unmute yourself. Kylie, questions? No? Okay. Okay. Oh,
Hey, sorry, Miley. I was trying to
that was
unmute
me.
myself and I couldn't. I
No,
couldn't do
nice.
it.
Yeah.
So the one thing I was going to say that I have learned in this whole process about doing the like the consultation and one-on-one or whatever before you sign up, and then doing the membership overview afterwards,
Uh-huh.
is to make sure you're saving a lot of the stuff for the membership overview after enrollment, because I used to bombard people with so much information about what they get when they enroll and how to use their account. And I used to talk about LRP and talk about product of the month, and it was so much for them to take in before they enrolled. And I think one of the best things I've learned is separating those things and talking about the products and keeping it simple before the enrollment, and then after the enrollment doing the membership overview, and then bringing up the product of the month and LRP and extra products, and saving that for afterwards so as not to overwhelm somebody before they enroll.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a really great insights to share, Malia. Yeah, because the there are so many benefits, right, as we all know now, to having a membership. But really, like we talked about in the teaching a class one, it should just be about them and solving their concern to get them to purchase their first kit, and to really take that first, dip that first toe in the pool is coming to the class and getting their kit. And then after that, it's like, whoa, there's so much available. But yeah, that's why we talked about, like, I've had people say, I've had people give these to people before enrolling, and you just don't want to do that. It's just too much, and people don't really know where to go with it, and they don't have any guidance. So yeah, that's a really great thing. And then another thing I wanted to share about these guys is, so if you're meeting in person, absolutely give them one of these. I wouldn't recommend printing them because it's like 20 pages. It'd be super expensive to print it. So if you order them, they're 50 cents each, $10 for 20 of them. And just think of that. It's like, these are my 20 enrollments, right? These are my 20 enrollments, this pack. Let's like get these out. And so use that as setting a goal. And then the other thing you can do is, if you guys haven't already set up, or you guys must have already set up your free Zoom account, you're on here. You can meet with them on Zoom. You can download the Live Guide. It's a super high quality PDF. And you can open it on your laptop or your computer and do a share screen. And you can walk them through the Live Guide in, if they're not near you, or if it's just you guys can't meet up in person, you could do that as well. You can also mail people one of these guys. So yeah. Any other questions or thoughts about membership overviews or following up? No? Okay, we're going to move into the mindset work for this week.
So last week we did I Am Capable. So does anybody want to share anything that they might have learned about themselves or didn't appreciate, or maybe their oil of the week? Nobody?
How about Haley? I know you said you had some breakthroughs with the mirror work.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think this past week's one was really good, but I think just having these affirmations, it's kind of forcing me to teach these same things it's like the same things I tell my volleyball girls. So it's kind of just, even when I tell them that, I'm just like, oh, okay, well, I should probably be telling myself the same things too. So I'm setting a good example. But yeah, I think this week for sure, with the follow-ups and then just being able to tell people about what I made, like, and about the oils, you kind of have to put yourself in this mindset of like, yeah, I'm capable, like I can do this, I can talk about this, and it helped a lot. Yeah. So.
Awesome.
Yeah, sometimes it took a little while for me to come around with the mirror work. It felt a little awkward at first, not gonna lie, but then it did end up being one of my favorite things at the end. Just it's nice to affirm that you are capable of doing these things, that that you are deserving, you know, at the end of the day, and to be looking throughout your whole day for the reasons that you are deserving, or you are capable, or you are successful. So it might take a while. I feel like I probably took a bit longer than normal, but I did come around too. So if you are finding it a little bit challenging, a little bit awkward, I think that's totally normal, especially if it's not something that you're used to already doing.
Yeah.
So
maybe everybody could go around and share what oil they chose for what oil they used last week, though, because it's always interesting to see which one people resonate with. Which did you use, Haley?
I used Cheer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Then Kylie, Leanne, Erica, if you guys can just unmute yourself and share which one you used for this.
I used Cheer as well.
I use peppermint.
Nice. Peppermint is the oil of a buoyant heart. I love peppermint.
I love that about you.
You love what?
I love that in the emotions book it's a oil of a buoyant heart. It's just
love that.
Right when you think about it.
Yeah. How about you, Kylie?
I use peppermint too.
Nice. Yay.
Yes.
So all cheers and peppermints. Awesome.
All good. So this week our mindset is I am successful. I'm going to ask the questions. If you could rate yourself from 1 to 10, 1 being no, that is spicy. Don't put it on yourself. No, this is not all true for me. 10, yes, no doubt, this is totally true for me. So 1, do you find that you are successful in all that you do? 2, do you find yourself blaming others for your lack of success? Yes, it's spicy. Here, use this one. Sorry, she's just bringing me rollers. 2, do you find yourself blaming others for your lack of success? 3, do you secretly or not so secretly dislike those who succeed? 4, are you comfortable living with struggle? 5, are you too comfortable with struggle that it is uncomfortable for you to have extended periods of success? 6, deep down, do you expect yourself to fail in doTERRA? It's a pretty heavy question. 7, do you find yourself sabotaging your own success on a regular basis? And 8, do you make excuses for your lack of success? So 1, no, this is not at all true for me. 10, yes, no doubt, this is totally true for me. What we choose to focus on is what grows. We want you to start seeing the many ways you are already successful in life. So this week we're going to do that, and to help you see the many small and large areas of your life that are successful, your morning affirmation will be, why does everything always work out for me? Why do I create success at every turn? And then your evening affirmation will be, everything always works out for me. I create success at every turn.
This is my favorite one.
I was going to say, me too. It's totally true. And the oils that you can use to support, Motivate, Wild Orange, Ginger, Ylang Ylang, Peppermint, and Elevation. So will you guys do this every morning and evening? Yeah.
If you guys want to know any of the emotional properties of any of those for this week, I have my book right now. If you guys want to look at like anything from that list, if there's something that you feel is drawing you, or you feel like you might want to use this week with this affirmation, I can go ahead and read you guys the emotional properties of it if you'd like.
Finally, read Ginger. I've been like on a heavy ginger kick lately.
Oh my God, I just made the most amazing shoyu chicken the other night with ginger oil. I didn't look up the emotional properties, but
it was delicious.
Yeah. Ginger's the oil of empowerment.
Oh.
Ginger holds no reservations. This oil has a purpose and will fulfill it. Ginger powerfully persuades individuals to be fully present and participate in life. It teaches that to be successful in life, one must be wholly committed to it. Ginger addresses deep patterns of victim mentality, which is evidenced by feelings of powerlessness, believing everything is outside one's control, refusing to take responsibility for life, or blaming life circumstances on other people or outside influences. Victims feel stuck as they decentralize or disown responsibility and blame others for their misfortunes. Ginger empowers individuals in taking complete responsibility for their life circumstances. It infuses a warrior-like mentality based on integrity, personal responsibility, and individual choice. Here, individuals see themselves as the creators of their own lives, no longer waiting for outside circumstances to change. They choose their own destiny. The empowered individuals assume full responsibility and accountability for the consequences of their actions or inactions. Ooh.
That is heavy.
Love that.
And it's totally true. I mean, I've been really drawn to Ginger, and I think it's just because of my circumstances at work. Things have been a little bit crazy. I work in government not for the legislature, but with the legislature, and session just started, and things are getting crazy. And I just keep thinking, like, this is insane. Like, what am I doing? Like, why do I keep doing this to myself? And then instead of feeling powerless, I'm like, that's okay. I'm going to kick butt this session because it's my last session. I want to stop doing this, and I'm going to make sure that this session is amazing because I'm already working on the next step for me. So it's kind of crazy that oil has been like, you know.
Okay, I'm crying.
Oh, don't cry. Don't cry. I'm on my period. I'm going to cry.
Go out with a bang. It is your last session. That's so amazing.
Yeah, and it's going to be amazing. And I'm going to yeah.
Yep. So exciting. Anybody else have an oil that they feel like they're drawn to using this week? You want to see if it...
Yeah,
Wild
can you
orange?
read about ylang ylang?
Oh.
Sorry, ylang ylang?
Yeah.
Oops. Ylang ylang is the oil of the inner child. It's a powerful remedy for the heart. Modern day society honors and reveres the mind over the heart, yet the heart, with its intuitive ways of receiving information, is an essential part of the soul. Ylang ylang reconnects individuals with the inner child and the pure, simple ways of the heart. It encourages play and restores a childlike nature and innocence. It assists in excessive intuition or heart knowing. Ylang ylang is also a powerful remedy for releasing emotional trauma from the past. It is a fantastic support in age regression work and other methods of emotional healing. Ylang ylang also assists individuals in releasing bottled up emotions such as anger and sadness. Feelings that have been buried inside are brought to the light through ylang ylangl's assistance. This oil allows emotional healing to flow naturally, nurturing the heart through the process. It reminds the individual that joy can be felt and experienced more fully by allowing the heart its full range of emotions. Oh my gosh, I love this. So a note on the emotional oils are using oils for emotional purposes. I was going to share that because I actually don't like the smell of ylang ylang, or haven't in the past, and that does change. But reading this, it's so beautiful, and it's not like I've never read it before, but it didn't really pull at me when I've read it other times. But right now I'm like, oh my gosh, this sounds like something I maybe need. And so if you find that, like how Jenna shared, that she's really been drawn to ginger right now, that means that you're needing that. It means your intuition is telling you, I need this oil right now. And then you look it up and you're like, oh wow, that totally makes sense. The other side of that is, like, for me, going, I don't like that smell. If you are strongly attracted or strongly repelled by something, you need it. So if I'm like, I really don't like ylang ylang, it's probably because I need it, but that I'm not actually ready for it in my life. And so not to force it, but just to have this awareness of, you know, what you try and like push away isn't because it's not right for you, but maybe just not right now. So I haven't smelled it in a while because I don't actually like that smell. But after reading this, I want to revisit it, and who knows, maybe now I would be drawn to it. And a really great example of that is like Console is something that I'm not really drawn to. I'm not really, I don't really like floral, like even the ylang ylang, like floral isn't really my thing. I like more the roots and the tree oils and the the bark oils. Hi, Mikachu. But when I need it, like right now, Console is so nice and so comforting and is like, it smells so good. And so your body knows, right? And trusting that. So I'm excited. Thank you for asking that, Erica, because now I want to go try smell my ylang ylang. Any other ones? I think Leanne had popped on, but I couldn't. Was it the same one?
Wild orange.
Wild orange. Ooh, I love wild orange. Wild orange is the oil of abundance. Where is it? So wild orange addresses a wide variety of emotional issues. It inspires abundance, fosters creativity, and supports a positive mood. Wild orange also reconnects individuals with the inner child and brings spontaneity, fun, joy, and playfulness into one's life. Oh, it blends well with ylang ylang. That makes sense. I was going to say the inner child. At its core, wild orange teaches the true meaning of abundance. It encourages individuals to let go of scarcity mindset with all of their manifestations, including fear, nervousness, inflexibility, workaholism, lack of humor, and the belief that there is not enough. Wild orange reminds the soul that the limitless supply found in nature. Fruit trees, like the orange tree, give freely to all in need. This oil teaches individuals to give without thought of compensation. In nature, there is always enough to go around. Wild orange encourages individuals to let go of their need to hoard, which is the epitome of scarcity. Wild orange also assists an individual's natural creative sense. It inspires limitless solutions for problems and issues. One never needs to fear. Wild orange invites individuals to completely let go as a child does, and to live from their true self. At a person's core, they are abundance. Sharing, playing, relaxing, and enjoying the bounties of life. These are the gifts bestowed by wild orange oil. And so actually in this book, it also goes through the negative motion, positive motion, and then companion oils. So it actually goes good with ylang ylang. So there's also a thing that you could do is if you like a couple of those oils that are in this week's selection, you could combine them. Like I might actually make a roller of wild orange and ylang ylang because they both sound really great to me right now. So yeah. Any other questions, guys?
I wanted to see if you could read Motivate. I'm further along in Pre-Elite than you guys, but ever since I did this week, I chose Motivate, and I've been obsessed with it ever since. So I'd like to see what's behind that.
Yeah, Motivate is the invigorating blend, right? The generic name?
I think so. I can check.
Pretty sure. I don't have it on hand. I just don't want to read the wrong one.
No, it's actually Encouraging Blend.
Oh, Encouraging Blend, that's right. I get mixed up with the generic name sometimes. Yes.
Me too.
Okay. Yeah, because when I read the ingredients, I was like, this isn't this. I think that's citrus bliss. Encouraging Blend. This blend of mints and citrus oils is formulated for those who need motivation and encouragement. It assists individuals whose will has stagnated and needs to be fired into action again. Encouraging Blend fosters confidence to follow through with one's creative inspirations and intentions. It also imbues a warrior-like spirit and strengthens individuals to face adversities and challenges. This blend is especially helpful in times of weariness and discouragement when one has lost the energy and motivation to complete important life tasks, such as caring for a sick loved one, or assisting others in need, or building their own house. I just added that in, Malia. She's building her own house, you guys. Like, her and her husband.
You're totally right.
Are physically building their own house with 3 kids.
Yeah, we are digging deep right now.
like with their own hands. It's
yeah.
Phenomenal. So yeah, completing important life tasks like building your own house. It is easy to become lethargic or discouraged when one is in a long-term care situation or another emotionally or physically taxing circumstance. Encouraging Blend can act as a support in rediscovering and maintaining one's desire to serve. It encourages individuals to work through their feelings of gloom, weariness, and hopelessness rather than slipping into despondency or despair. Instead of remaining paralyzed by these feelings, this blend launches individuals into positive action. It confidently reassures that they have the courage needed to face another day. That's so interesting that you've been drawn to that.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because we're at the finishing touches. We can like start moving in the past couple weeks.
Oh my God.
And we're just like gathering every scrap of keep goingness that we have just to finish. And then to be doing pre-elite at the same time and making a big push in my business, it makes total sense why I'm attracted to that. It's like digging deep, keep going, you finding the motivation.
Do you ever use it on your husband?
No, but I've asked him if he likes the smell because he's so picky and he's always like, you smell like a hippie. So I'm like, how about this? Do you like this? And he's like, yeah, I do like that. So
sneaky spouse oiling
yeah,
is a thing. You can diffuse it. You know, if he's going to be in a room, you can just like throw it in the diffuser. You can also make water mist, a mist of the Motivate. So I know it's only a small 5 ml bottle, but you could do like 1 or 2 drops in a glass spray bottle, and you could just like mist the room. You can mist yourself rather than always rolling it. You could just, you know, do that if you need that more of a pick me up.
Oh, good idea.
And if you want it to be a little more cooling too, you could add a little bit of witch hazel. So like witch hazel and water and a couple drops of Motivate, and that can be your like your spritz.
I'm not on. Cool. Good idea.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Any other questions before we sign off? Hi.
They're saying hi.
Oh yeah, you're on earphones. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. She's so cute.
We should do the assignments.
Oh yeah, assignments. Jenna, do you want to read those?
Yeah. So your week 4 assignments are time block for pre-elite and assignments, your daily mirror belief work, I am successful. Ask and invite 30 plus friends to determine interest level and invite them to a one-on-one class or share a sample over the course of 4 to 5 days. Conduct 1 class or 5 one-on-ones. Follow up with 2 to 3 people a day. Review doTERRA's Live and Share guide as tools to help you in your follow-up. Miley said that was online. Check out the PDF where you can order it. Practice membership overview with accountability partner or someone else in pre-elite. Give membership overview to new or current team members. Why journaling part 4 and review parts 1 through 3. Watch Buckets and Pipelines. Watch Truman Team Jumpstart series personal development. And purchase personal development book from list of options. So the personal development books, we actually have a list. Is that on the Builder page or yeah?
So you can actually choose from 2 different places. You can either look in your guidebook, in your participant guidebook, in further towards the beginning before we start the weekly ones. There is a page that has your choices. You can also go to the Builder and Share page on Facebook and go into the files. Hi, Ellabella. Go into the files. Go into the files, and there is one called Reading List, and choose any of those books. They're both great lists. There's a lot of overlap in the 2. I love the reading list on the Builder and Share page because we have they've been broken down by rank, so they're kind of more rank specific in the development areas that you would really want to kind of master at that level. And so I like that, but whatever you feel drawn to. And also, you guys, you know, I know that Lisa mentioned it on the last call, I think, was Overdrive. If you guys don't know about Overdrive, Overdrive is the Hawaii State Public Library digital book lending. So you can actually borrow like almost like Kindle books or like, you know, digital books for free. If you don't want to order the real book. I also love Audible. You probably already know that. But yeah, you don't have to buy all the books. A lot of them I do end up buying because I love them so much and that I want to be able to highlight and to go back and read them again. But if that's not feasible for you right now, don't even worry about it. You can either, most of these books are available at your public library or from the public library on Overdrive. And if your local library doesn't have it, you can always request things and they will transfer it to your close library to pick up. I love the library. Okay, any questions about the assignments for this week? Anything else? Okie dokie. Let us know if you guys have questions as you're going through this stuff. You know, we're totally here to support you guys. And yeah, we will see you on Wednesday. Oh wait, there's a chat question. I didn't see this. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, guys. Bye.
Bye.
I say bye. Bye bye.
Bye. Bye.